Hello, we represent sweatstation.edu. Our objective is to provide top-notch security for many of America's businesses and airports. As you can see here, we get some real work done at our headquarters. We provided top-notch security for a variety of different businesses and airports. One of these many businesses is our sister company, Sweatstation Performing Arts. They're known for their luxurious shows and amazing performances, and they wanted to keep those things secret before they got out to the public in the actual performance. People were trying to steal them, obviously, because they were so great, and so they needed us to secure them.
A good first step in making sure that your passengers are who they say they are is by utilizing fingerprint scanning. As you may or may not know, every human being has a different fingerprint. And basically, a fingerprint is an impression left by the friction ridges on your fingertips. We recommend using our state-of-the-art ultrasonic fingerprint scanners rather than the typical optical fingerprint scanners that you see being used everywhere else, because unlike those optical fingerprint scanners, it doesn't matter if the epidermal layer on your fingertips is not clean or is damaged.
Optical scans are in essence high-quality digital photos. This is why if you have dirty fingers or damaged epidermal layers on your skin, the fingerprint scan will come out very poor. Ultrasonic scans make use of the principles of medical ultrasonography in order to create visual images of the fingerprint. Unlike optical imaging, ultrasonic sensors use very high-frequency sound waves to penetrate the epidermal layer of skin. The sound waves are generated using piezoelectric transducers, and reflected energy is also measured using piezoelectric materials. Since the dermal layer exhibits the same characteristic pattern of the fingerprint, the reflective wave measurements can be used to form an image of the fingerprint. This is what eliminates the need for clean fingers. Using fingerprint recognition would allow airports to check that you are who you say you are. This would help prevent any troublemakers or terrorists from entering a flight and causing trouble and/or creating dangerous situations.
Another way to determine one identity is to use a retinal scan. And this is said to be the most precise and reliable way to determine one identity other than direct, like a DNA test. And this is because the structure of the retinal, like arteries and veins within the eye, are different for each person, as they're not solely tied to the genetics of the family or the individual. That means even identical twins won't have the same structure of the veins in the retina. The only way that the structure within the retina can be changed is through certain illnesses such as diabetes, glaucoma, and certain retinal degenerative diseases. And because for the most part, the structure within the retina for everybody stays the same from birth to death. Now, some major pros for this are that when the test results come back extremely fast, there's an extremely low rate of false positives and false negatives, and since it is so reliable, as even twins can't get past the security.
The test is done by having the individual place their eye close to the scanner, almost like one would put their eye to a microscope. Then, a low-energy infrared light is beamed into a person's eye, and the blood vessels will send back their distinct path, since they will absorb the light better than the surrounding area. This addition to the workplace, however, will require each person that will fly to have this test done prior to their flight in order for their retinal patterns to be read and digitized for storage. Some other downsides to this process are that the device may not be very user-friendly. The device will initially cost quite a bit, and those affected by astigmatism and cataracts will have to report this, as it may affect the test.
Another form of biometric identification is vein matching. Vein matching is the process in which they take the patterns of your blood vessels and compare it to any that they have on record in order to identify you. The way that this comes out in security is through vascular scanners. Vascular scanners simply, in 1 second, will scan your arm and then compare your patterns to any that they may have on record. The reason that this is better than any fingerprint scanner is because it doesn't require any skin contact. And what that means is that even if your skin patterns in terms of your fingerprints were altered in any way, it wouldn't change your vascular scanner identification because they're beneath the skin. However, these are still less accurate than retinal scanners, but it doesn't have any intrusive light.
Go on.
Yeah.
Go on, Jimmy.